Why can a factory shut down in Taiwan disrupt car production in Germany? Why does a war in Eastern Europe raise food prices in Africa? And why do rival states continue trading even while accusing each other of strategic competition? These puzzles point to one defining feature of modern international relations: globalization and complex interdependence. In today's system, states are no longer isolated units. They are deeply connected through trade, finance, technology, and communication networks. Globalization refers to the increasing integration of economies, societies, and political systems across borders. Goods, capital, information, and people move faster and more extensively than ever before. A smartphone assembled in China may contain chips from Taiwan, design from the United States, rare earth minerals from Africa, and software developed in Europe. This interconnected production chain demonstrates how national economies are embedded in global networks. When disruptions occur, such as during the COVID-19 pandemic, the ripple effects reveal the depth of interdependence. The concept of complex interdependence, developed by Robert Keohane and Joseph Nye, goes further. It argues that international politics is not dominated solely by military force. Instead, states are linked by multiple channels: economic ties, international institutions, and transnational actors. Military issues are not always the top priority. Economic stability, climate policy, and technological cooperation often dominate agendas. For example, despite strategic rivalry, the United States and China remain economically interconnected. Trade tensions coexist with financial interdependence. Cooperation and competition operate simultaneously. Interdependence, however, creates vulnerability. When states rely on global supply chains, they become exposed to external shocks. Europe's dependence on Russian energy before the Ukraine war illustrates this risk. Once energy flows were disrupted, inflation and economic strain followed. Similarly, reliance on specific semiconductor producers has pushed major economies to rethink supply chain security. Interdependence increases efficiency, but reduces autonomy. This tension shapes modern economic policy debates about reshoring and strategic decoupling. Globalization also reshapes power. Influence is no longer measured only by territorial control or military strength. Control over supply chains, digital infrastructure, and financial systems becomes strategic leverage. Sanctions regimes rely on interconnected banking systems. Technology standards shape global markets. Climate change negotiations require collective action because emissions in one region affect the entire planet. Complex interdependence means no major issue can be fully contained within borders. Globalization and complex interdependence do not eliminate conflict, but they transform it. Rivalries now extend into trade policy, technology competition, and economic resilience. States must balance cooperation with caution, openness with security. In a deeply interconnected world, actions in one region reverberate globally. Understanding this interconnected structure explains why economic policy has become central to geopolitics. And now that you see how globalization reshapes international behavior, the next step is to examine how international organizations attempt to manage this interconnected system.